your balls. I heard your girls got you climbing the walls. Man, your life is a mess. You used to wear the pants, now you're wearing a dress. You feel like enough is enough, and you're tired of wearing the handcuffs. Cause you no longer run your own house. You wanna be a man again, come and join Mouse.
Yeah, man. So I was wondering, man, like, since the Clippers actually, you've been there a long time. You were really dedicated. And I know you had another opportunity to go to another team and do the same thing. Right now, do you ever think about what it was to now turn down the offer by Mark Cuban?
I believe I live and I drive red, white, and blue, man. So it'll be a job with Mark.
Oh, really?
It's the love and passion. This not work for me. This is what I love. This is what I do. Putting smiles on people's faces is priceless, man. Taking little kids to a 4 or 5 star restaurant and giving back to my community, man, is a situation that you can't replace.
You know what I want to ask you, man?
Shoot.
What did you think about the All-Star game?
It's getting worse and worse.
It seems
and they trying to. What happens is now these players don't care because they get paid so much money.
Yeah.
So, I think they should just do away with it. I think they should give them a break. Have an All-Star weekend.
Right.
But no games.
What about 3-point shootout? You like that one still?
Or the dunk?
The dunk contest wasn't good. It's not as good as it used to be. And I just met the dude, McClung.
Who? Oh, really?
I met McClung about a month ago. I was down there in Anaheim. I'm not Anaheim. San Diego Clippers invited me out to a game, and they was playing the Chicago Bulls, and he's on the G League team down there. And I met McClung, and he told me he wasn't going. I said, man, you got to do. Man, it's the money, baby. You got to go get the money, but they're not doing it.
Why?
You know what? I need to have a conversation with him. I can't speak for him, and I don't know why, because I didn't really get in depth with it. But there's a reason why. But the NBA should have. See, the second time he did he saved the dunk contest. The third time he saved it again.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not getting compensated.
Oh,
he's getting these G League deals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating. Like, to me, why can't he get a 2-year, $3 million, $4 million deal, let him move on and have a nice time?
Yeah.
Any team could do that. All Adam Silver got to say, hey, just do this one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people do.
Yeah.
He saved the dunk contest.
Yeah, he did, man.
This year was it was okay.
It was garbage, man.
It was terrible.
Hey, did you feel like Eric Gordon got ripped off against Levine the first time?
That judging is. I want to change the judges. Let's bring in some fans.
Right.
Like, match a fan up with each judge.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and then take it from there, or get some dunkers, get some regular dunkers.
Yeah.
That do it for a living.
Yeah.
And bring those in there and let them judge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then each one of them, you got to duplicate one of their dunks or something. Make it more fun. It's not fun anymore.
No.
It's really not.
The only thing I hosted 2 golf tournaments that weekend, but the only fun that I really had was going to Kenny Smith's party.
Wow. That's
because
crazy,
man, hey, Kenny Smith know how to throw a party, bro.
Really?
Does he?
Man, you get free gifts. Man, you walk out of there, man, you smiling.
Wow.
He be having a huge turnout, man. It was so cold because the dude that wears the suits at the little sheepskin, the older guy,
The one with always wearing a hat?
the cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it was at his house.
Ooh, where's that?
That's in Hollywood.
Okay.
Bro, house off the chain.
I bet.
House is immaculate. Bro, upstairs, downstairs, 3rd story. Man, that house was so big. His driveway alone was probably had to be about 100 yards.
Damn.
The driveway alone. You know, and just to see him there, man, you know, Jimmy Goldstein, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Goldstein. I got so much love for him, man. And you see him at all the playoff games.
Yeah, you see him at everything.
The finals, that's what he do, man.
Yeah.
What does he?
Like, who is that dude?
Yeah. What does he do? Like, do you have any? Because he keeps his like profession or what he does personal. He never admits what he does when they try to get it out of him if they interview him. But do you have any idea like what he actually does and how did he gain his wealth?
Yeah, he's a real estate mogul.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why he made his money. But what he did, then he did the fashion. If you ever see him, he never wears the same outfit twice.
I know. He never does.
Never wears the same outfit twice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the funny part, you know. And he started because he started the Fan Hall of Fame.
Oh, I didn't even know there was one.
In Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm in it.
Really?
I haven't been inducted yet, but my pictures is there.
How old is it?
Probably roughly about 7-8 years.
Did you know about that, Rick?
No,
I never knew
heard about it.
Yeah. So they got a picture of me. They inducted the guy from the Toronto Raptors. When they won that year, and Ty Lue told me he was gonna win one before he can get me in there. You know, we ain't won one yet. So. Ty Lue, you know you owe me, baby. And then they had Jack Nicholson. He couldn't make it out because he's not feeling that well. Mm-hmm. They got a guy from Philly, and they had Billy Crystal for the Clippers, and Spike Lee for the Knicks, and they inducted them all.
That was a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the year I think I want to do it. The year they induct Chris Paul. The year they induct Chris Paul, that's when I want to be inducted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have an all-time favorite player?
No. As long as you put on that red, white, and blue uniform, I got love for you, man.
Okay.
I don't have no favorites, you know. That's why, if you ever notice, I don't wear their jerseys until they retire, until they leave the Clippers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I just learned because I don't want people to feel like, I'm just supporting one person or this person now.
I know you just recently, you've come back recently because you've been out for a minute. And I was wondering, like, what did you think of the incident that happened at Staples Center involving you and someone else?
Life-changing. Mental health. Fan safety. Broke my heart to be able to get knocked out by security that I thought was joking.
Damn.
Trying to get back on my feet again was crazy. I tell anybody, if you have a concussion, go see the doctor. Don't ever play with it. The headaches and the dizziness is probably my kids had to take me places.
Damn.
The headaches and the dizziness is no joke. It's a situation that happened. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Did you ever get any answer as to why it had to get to that?
You know what? To this day, I know the guy went back to jail.
Mm-hmm.
He went back to jail because he's already on. He just served time for 25 years. So he was only out like 6 months, from what I understand.
Oh.
And he got a job working. But guess what he went to jail for?
Assault.
No. Murder.
Oh.
So how did he ever get a job working in security? So, and that's why you have a felony.
Right.
He shouldn't have been no security at all. So that's AEG's fault. They know it,
Now, have you been back to a Clipper game since you've been back from recovery? Have you been back to a Clipper game as Clipper Darrell?
Yeah, I went to opening night this season, and I had the biggest headache I ever had.
Damn.
And I had to leave. Couldn't stay.
And you haven't been back?
Haven't been back since.
Now, are you currently active as Clipper Darrell with the Clippers?
No. I mean, I've never been active with the Clippers.
Right.
I've never see, everybody feel like I work for the Clippers. I don't. I'm not employed by the Clippers. I'm just their super fan. I do a lot of stuff in the community. I'm sponsored. I've done a lot of commercials. Nike, New Balance. Adidas. You know.
Did you guys get their approval for all this stuff?
No. They gave me the name. I own my own name, Clipper Darrell. I own. Only thing, I have permission to have the logos on my car.
Okay.
Now that I do, and to wear it on my clothes. But can I sell it? No, I can't sell none of it. But I can make as much stuff as I want.
Oh, okay.
You know, but people don't know what the copyright infringement is. Like, you could make the stuff,
right?
But it's when you start selling it, that's when the NBA starts to get involved.
Yeah.
Now you exploiting on their cash flow. Like, that's why you see a lot of people do that 8 and 24.
Yeah.
For the Lakers, they can't put the Lakers on it, but you know what 8 and 24, if you see it in purple or gold, is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They don't own that, so that's why people get away with it when you see it.
Hey, I want to ask you, did you get a chance to meet Kobe Bryant?
Did I meet him? Several times, man.
What was he like?
Priceless. Kobe. The first time I met Kobe was at the Drew League. And, okay, so the Drew League got a side with the Drew League, and they got a court-side seats with Nike. I was sitting in the Nike section this time, right?
Okay.
So the Nike reps came and said, Darrell, we got an important guy coming in. You can't sit here today. Okay. I said, okay, cool. So I went off to the side. Guess who walks in? Kobe Bryant. Walks in, him and his wife. So they sat down. I got this, and it's crazy. And he's going to sit down. He looks up. He says, "Get your ass over here and give me a hug." And I went to go hug him, bro. And ever since then, man, we've been friends.
Dang.
And when he retired, he said he was gonna miss Clipper Darrell.
Wow.
Priceless, man. So I seen him throughout. I seen him at the WNBA games with his daughter and stuff. And it's crazy because he promised me a pair of shoes. He was gonna get me some red and blue shoes. And I never, he passed away before they can make them for me. You know what I'm saying? If there's a Nike representative, man, that want to give, I'm telling you, ask Gian. Gian was there. Gian was always with Kobe. And he'd tell you what Kobe said. And he told me, but Kobe was a real one, though.
Yeah.
Off the court, man, he was the nicest guy, man. It's about how you meet people, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you see him in a grocery store, he's not your friend.
Right.
Okay. But, me being who I am, it's easier for me to meet people.
Right.
And then we laughed, we talked. You know what I'm saying? I even asked him to get on my show at the time when I had my show.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, no problem." Gave me the email to his PR people, for we could set it up. And I was doing it. See, this is what I tell you right now. If you ever get a shot to do a podcast with a really famous person, just do it. Don't prepare for it. Just make sure that you just do it. I'm going to tell you why. I had a chance to do Kobe. And I'm trying to set it up to get sponsors come in so I can give them a check. You know what I'm saying, for coming through. Don't worry about all that. You can give them that check later.
Right.
Okay? Just do it, because you never know what happened, and he passes away.
Man. And how long was it, like, when you said about the shoes, how long was it after that did that happen to him?
Probably about a year. Probably about a year. It's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
What is in the future for Clipper Darrell?
Clipper Darrell, man, I'm about to write a book. And probably a documentary of my life to show the ups, the downs, the insides and outs of who Clipper Darrell really is. I'm tired of people trying to portray an image of me or tell somebody an image. Like, the rumors now said that the Clippers banned me from the games. So that's the rumor. I'm not banned from the games, okay, guys? I got a ticket. I can prove it to you, okay? So, because I ask everybody that always comments, I comment back. I say, hey, where did you get your information from? Nobody wants to ever answer it. I do it publicly because I don't have nothing to hide. I am not banned, but those are the things that I want to get out because I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
burnt
you
out.
ever look online sometimes and see stuff about yourself? You're like, where did this come from?
Yep. Exactly. Because somebody will send it to me, I'll be like, Darrell, what's this about? Or my kids will send me something. Or one of their friends will send it to them and they send it to me. But like I've wore Laker jerseys. Those are bets that I lost.
Yeah.
That I had to honor. Okay. I don't bet money because when I was younger with my son's mother, my first son's mother, we lived together and I bet the rent. And she cried my arms, and I had to go borrow the money from my parents.
Wow.
So that's what made me stop gambling.
Yeah.
It was because of her tears. And I never forgive. That was a year Barkley played for the 76ers and Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls. Never forget it, man.
That's going back.
Yeah, man. And I had to spread, but I said the 76ers to the over. So I spread it. I had to spread. I just need Charles Barkley threw the ball in the air. If you just would have made it, just put it in the basket, I would have won.
How much?
At that time, it was $5. I put the rent money. It was $500 for the rent, and it was $240. You make $240 off of every 100.
Oh, okay.
And plus your $500 back.
Damn, that would have been bad.
Yeah. So
No, not at all.
so I was
In
like,
the stock market.
yeah. So that broke me.
Damn.
That broke me. I said, so I don't gamble. So now when I do gamble with somebody, it's always putting on a Clipper jersey or somebody got to wear the suit. Like Shaq still owes me to the day of putting on the suit. He still won't honor it because we bet a Laker Clipper game and the Clippers beat him and he still won't do it, man. But that's Shaq. So what are you gonna do about Shaq?
Yeah.
Wow. He's pretty cool, huh? Shaq seems like a real cool dude.
Yeah, because TNT called me. They honored me on TNT. They was giving me my flowers on TNT. It's priceless, bro.
Yeah.
People.
I think I saw clips today.
Some people appreciate what I do. Some people don't.
Yeah.
Some people think I'm crazy. Some people, felt like I didn't have attention when I was a little kid. My parents loved me. I had fun. I just love being a class clown. I've been like this since the 4th grade. You can go back and talk to my old teachers. Just like I see my old baseball coach, right? He from high school. He wouldn't let me come out because I was mischievous in school. And he said, "Man, I knew you was gonna make it." He came to a Clipper game. He sat right behind me. I said, "Man, get out of here with that." But I think in life, everything happens for reasons.
Yep.
Just like you got that little Laker guy over there, and looking ugly, but it's all to the good, I think, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, finish your little statement.
No, I was gonna say I think his girl feeling sorry for him.
She kind of like hiding over there, huh?
Exactly.
Can't even see her from here.
She don't want to be seen now.
Well, I don't know if you knew, Ricky, but I wanted to tell Darrell a happy belated birthday because his birthday was last Saturday. Was it?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on But I never get to enjoy that. This is really the first years.
Valentine's Day?
I was born on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And so this is the first year being single. That I could really enjoy to myself. I was at Kenny Smith party, because it was on Friday, so it went into Saturday.
Right.
So he gave me a shout out on the mic and stuff like that. So.
That would have been a real good time to meet somebody, man. I mean, that's game right there. Your birthday,
How do it work though? Like, if you got a woman, your birthday's on Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. So
I know.
You don't never get to enjoy it. But see, I've always been the type of dude though. I don't wait till Valentine's Day just to take care of her. I take care of her throughout the year.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So Valentine's Day doesn't mean anything like that.
Right.
So because I do want it to myself. But you still want to get the flowers. You still want to get a candy or whatever. But it's not forced up on you because when you love somebody and I feel that this person's in your life, you treat them as so like the outfit you bought them, the pair of shoes, just because.
Yeah.
You got to do the just because stuff.
For sure.
That's how you keep them around. That's how you show that you care because we as men, you're not buying their love, you just showing appreciation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be a special? Why the only time she gets a gift is on Christmas and Valentine's Day and Mother's Day? Why is that? She been carrying you. She carry your kids 12 months out of the year, right?
Yep.
She go to school. You got to appreciate your girl every single day, man. just saying the words, man. Baby, thank you. You know, women just want to, sometimes just want to hear that, man. Just want to be appreciated. And that's how I am. I just want to be appreciated. It ain't about the money for me.
But do you feel like you're misunderstood?
Yes. Because a lot of people think it's all about the money. If I showed y'all some checks that I've gotten, you'd be like, "Oh, dang, Darrell." You know, but everybody, you know, the rumors has it like, you know, I'm making millions of dollars. Like if you Google Clipper Darrell's net worth, they say I make $2 million a year. I ain't even seen $1 million in my account.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what it'll portray.
Right.
You know, everything you Google ain't true.
Yeah.
Do your research. You know, and that's all I want, man. You know, I am misunderstood sometimes.
Do you think that you'd ever get married again?
Nah, it takes too long.
What you mean?
Because dating is screwed up now, man.
That's what I heard.
Dating is screwed up, bro. If you got a girl, man, keep. I'm telling y'all right now out there, if you got a woman and she treating you good, and you know y'all having a little problem, go seek counseling, man. Do not let her go, bro.
That's why I'm holding on to mine.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, man.
Caesar said, "You getting up there in age, baby, but they ain't gonna trade you."
It ain't nothing like growing old with somebody, man. These little young girls, man, all they want is cash. Okay, they want some cash, and then they want the 5-star. Like I had this one woman. She told me, she said, "You know, I can't go out unless we going. You know, you gonna spend $500 or more."
Wow.
I said, "Where you think we going on? Spending $500 on a first date?"
That's crazy.
Now let me sink that in. $500 on the first date. You might get that 5 years from now on our 100th date or something, whatever. Man, $500
off top.
You know what always tripped me off about stuff like that is like, okay, like I'm just one person. You probably seeing like 3 or 4 other dudes, and I don't know what you're asking them.
Yeah.
But like I gotta spend this just to have a chance. It ain't no guarantees. That's crazy.
But it's not even a guarantee. What happened to coffee? What happened to the walk in the park? What happened to going to a cafe? You know, why I have to have an amount of money to spend on you?
Hey, you
explain that.
Back in the day, just talking on the phone for a long
Yeah.
time to know the person.
Hey, remember we used to talk on the phone? We used to lay on the ground, on the floor, our feet kicked up, and be like, "Hey, baby, what you doing?" And nobody had a pager back then.
No.
You only had the phone.
Yeah.
Did he call yet? Did he call? You go home. Hey, ma, did so-and-so call? Did she call me? Did I get a phone call? That was the fun part.
It was, man. It really was.
Now, people look at your phone, you be like, "Oh, I don't feel like talking to him."
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Send them the voicemail. And it's funny because you see people in the street and you'll call them, right? So I don't even look at, when my phone ring, I don't even pick it up. Because I know somebody, because everybody that comes to the game, like, it's crazy for me. The girls that used to diss me in high school, right? They come to the games, right? They be like, "Clipper Darrell, tell my son that we used to go to high school together." I be wanting to say, "Girl, you didn't say nothing to me in high school. You thought you were stuck up." But I always got to be in that mode and saying, hey, "Oh, man, I know your mom, man. She was a sweetheart."
Hey, but do you really be remembering all of them, or some of you?
Yeah. I remember all the ones that dissed me, man, because they was fine, too.
Yeah.
And now they ugly.
Remember that.
Now they ugly and fat.
Here's what happens.
And I be like, "Yeah, I told you." But, you know, my biggest regret was this girl I dated in high school, Tony King. I'll never forget her. She could sing her ass off, but she used to dress like a little baby, like a little girl. All my partners used to tease me of it, right? So I tell my sons, I said, "Bro, don't ever listen to your friends when you dating with somebody." That should have been my wife. That's how much she cared about me, but I didn't care. And then come to find out, 6 months, 8 months later, she started dating a guy lived around the corner from me. See, that's what I tell you about how disrespectful people are.
Yeah.
You don't date nobody that you know. You know what I'm saying? That you grew up with. But he did. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't close friends, but we know each other. If I know you, I ain't dating you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that I don't roll like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because I always say the person I'm dating, I might marry. You know?
Yep.
I don't want nobody I know had my girl.
Exactly.
Now there's somebody that had her.
Yeah.
But I
you don't want to
know
see
you.
him. No, I don't think. Oh no.
I'm with you
no,
on that one.
not at all.
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
Man, hey, you might appreciate what we got coming up, man. Barry, do you have a bald head segment?
Yes, I do.
Ball head segment.
Yeah.
Check it out, Daryl. Somebody did something stupid.
Yeah, you know. So you know what it's time for, right?
Yep.
The Bonehead segment.
Oh, the bonehead segment.
Yeah, man. The Bonehead Award, man, it goes out to a woman who won the 1980 Boston Marathon and set a record time. She didn't appear in any of the race photos and seemed really fatigued at the finish line. Witnesses saw her join the race about a mile from the finish line, having reportedly taken the subway until she got to a mile from the finish line, right? So she was stripped of her title. It was discovered she had also cheated to qualify in the 1979 New York Marathon. This led to enhanced security for major marathons, including timing mats, video surveillance, and extra checkpoints to prevent similar attempts in the future. She later denied it for years, maintaining that she actually won. Delusional, right? In 1982, she was arrested for stealing $60,000 from her employer. In 1983, she was arrested for attempting to sell white powder, I think we all know what that is, to an undercover officer in Florida. Sadly, she passed away in 2018 from cancer. Normally, I don't really like giving people the Bonehead Award who's no longer with us. I hope she rests in flowers. But for this, I have to give this woman the Bonehead Award. Congratulations.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Wow.
That's crazy. And went on to deny it for like years.
Cheating ain't worth it, man.
No, it's not.
Cheating in life ain't worth it, man, because
No.
it's gonna catch up with you, man. Like everybody has a camera now.
Mm-hmm.
Like thank God for my incident that I had. There was a camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it went to TMZ and it went viral. So, that's that. You know, but now, man, I don't understand the lies no more. And you ain't gotta lie, especially, man. You know, I just turned 58. I ain't lying no more.
Yeah.
You like me? Are we gonna go out? What we gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, that's it. You know, bro. If you are we boys or what? You know, I don't need to call you every day for you to be my boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, like when B called, man, I ain't talked to B in about, let's say, 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't calling me, hey, Daryl, man, why you invite me to so-and-so, man? I seen you. Those ain't friends.
Mm-mm.
Those are just people just want to be around where you go.
Mm-hmm.
When B called me, man, what's happening? What you up to? You know, you going to the thing tonight? Yeah, because we got a mutual friend, so that's about it. But you know, man, that's why that he can call me anytime for anything.
And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you taking the time to come down. We both do.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, I did it for you. I didn't do it for him. He a Laker fan.
Well, I am too.
Yeah, but you know, we've had great conversations though.
Yeah, definitely.
See,
over the years.
Yeah, you're not delusional either though.
No, you know I'm always.
he might be delusional.
Neither am I. It's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah.
Man.
So, you think Clippers gonna make the playoffs this year?
Oh, we definitely make the play.
You heard Kawhi say he don't think nothing's happening for this year.
No, I respect what he said. I like what he said. We're not a championship team, but we'll definitely be in the playoffs. You know, and then he let the playoffs let the playoffs determine it.
Oh, you know what I want to ask you? I was thinking about it earlier. Why did they get rid of Zubac?
You know, I don't know. I've asked myself many questions, and that was the one that surprised me. But
Me too.
But if you look at what the guy did the other night, you know, he scored 38 points. You know, Zubac is only in the paint.
Right.
So it's an inside-out game. Everybody got to spread the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what everybody's looking at the OKC way.
Right.
Everybody can't play like that.
That's usually what happens though in professional sports. They try to model what the last championship team did, but you can't imitate it, man. You got to have special pieces to do that.
Those some young dudes over there, bro.
Yeah.
Man, OKC. You know, people could say what they want to say about that championship last year, but I really enjoyed it because watching two non-superstar players go at it, it was a lot of movement, a lot of ball movement, great games, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what basketball, they really brought basketball back for me. I really enjoyed it. But, you know, people go say, oh, we didn't have no superstars. Where the LeBrons at? Man, forget LeBron, man. LeBron's on his way out.
Yeah, you there's like magic too. Like you can see from the organization from the top down that it's ran right, and the players love each other. Dude, after every game, they always stand there together, and as long as they got that camaraderie, I don't think anything's going to stop them other than maybe age.
But that's what I told you earlier. Winning starts from the top.
Yeah,
and goes down. It's just like winning at your household starts from the top. The man, the wife, the kids. You see, it's all about communication. When you communicate and explain what you want, what your role is, what you're supposed to be doing, it's just easy, man. And when you get it from the owner to the president to the GM down to your coaches, it's easy, man.
Yeah,
it's easy.
I can see how that would work. But I'm going to ask you something. Since the Clippers ain't going nowhere, who do you see making it all the way?
You know, honestly, I see Cleveland and I see OKC.
Really?
In the finals.
Cleveland.
What James Harden brought to Cleveland, people never thought of, right? Now, Donovan Mitchell could play his true self. He's a 2.
Yeah.
Kick, bow. Kick, bow. Take it to the hole. They double team him, bring the defense in, and now you got the 2 twin towers on the sides. Man, I can see this all. I can see it happening all day. They haven't lost a game since he been a Cavalier.
So what do you think about Harden overall? Because like people be talking right now. It's like Harden don't play no defense.
Yeah.
Let me. Harden's. I love Harden. Okay, he's a good friend of mine too. I love his mom. The reason why Harden left, the Clippers had an opportunity to keep him. On his contract, he had $40 million for this year. Next year, he was only guaranteed $13 million. Okay? So he asked the Clippers, can he get an extension? They told him no. So what's the next step? Cleveland came in. They're going to give him an extension. So he's going to get 2 years, $80 million. That's it. It comes down to the money with him. You know what I'm saying? And the respect. What he did for the Clippers and what he has done, yeah. He didn't show up. But to me, game 7s, he never shows up for nobody. I love Harden to death. But to shoot the ball 9 times in a game 7,
yeah,
I don't understand. I never understood that.
What do you think about Garland?
You know, I've only seen him play when he was on the Cavaliers.
Right.
I like what he got, but that's the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Can he bring that to the Western Conference? It's a whole different ball game. Will he mesh? Will he mesh with the guys?
Yeah.
You know, so him sitting on a bench and watching might be well worth it. But we always getting hurt guys though.
Yeah.
Like every guy we trading for, we got to sit back and we got to wait for him to heal, and then put him out there.
Speaking of healing, do you think Kawhi would be a bad dude if he never got hurt? Do you think it's cool to sit on the sideline and say, we're gonna rest him all the time?
Kawhi is a special case. Kawhi wants to be able to play with his kids when he retires from basketball. I know a lot of NBA players they retired now because of their knees. They can't even run around with their kids. They got to hire coaches to coach their kids so they can play sports because of their knees and how tall they are and stuff like that. What he got misdiagnosed, and they want to put you in San Antonio. And when he gets that misdiagnosis, he started playing and messed it up even worse.
Oh,
see, a lot of people don't see. Kawhi don't talk. So he's never gonna put nobody out there. Okay, but now he's in control of his body. He's a 2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP. What more can you ask for? Look who he's having an outstanding year this year.
He is.
Now last night he went out 4 minutes left in the game, and he had a sore ankle. I'm cool with that, as long as it's not the knee. You could take a couple of days off, but these back-to-backs, a lot like his body has been tearing down a lot because his misdiagnosis in San Antonio.
Has he ever actually healed from that?
I don't think so. I just think they they help it along. You know, it's like he should have been rested more when he was in San Antonio, and when they brought him back too early, that's why he went to his own doctors. So from now on, that's why he started. Because when they traded him to Toronto, you see how he won the championship? They let him rest, and you win.
And he's basically thinking about his future. He said he wants to play with his kids and stuff like. He's like, I still want to be able to do things when I get older, and I'll just be sitting around.
Bro, you don't want to be 40, 45 years old, man, and you can't move.
No, that's for real.
Young.
Come on, man. You know, he's going to retire at least in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's going to give him a 2-year deal somewhere, even if the Clippers don't do it. You know, he got 1 more year left with the Clippers. I think he got another 2 years left in him. You know, but you got to babysit him.
Yeah.
You know, but like he said today, we're not a championship team. So to me, once the playoff starts, let's see what happens. Now we're gonna see. Now, whatever seed we go in, are we gonna be in the 7th seed or are we gonna be in the 10th seed? I don't know.
Okay. Hey, we got this little thing coming up, man, because you was talking about girls earlier dating and all that kind of stuff. So we got a lot of things that we like to talk about as far as what to look out for when you dating these women out there.
That's right.
It is called the 10 Mouse Commandments.
Yes.
Man, you want to kick us off, man?
Yes, man. Mouse commandment number 1: Thou shalt not ever let a woman tell him how to drive.
Do you let girls tell you how to drive, Daryl?
I know how to drive though. So. I mean, I'm a slow driver anyway. I'm not. I don't rush nowhere. If we got to rush, I'm good. You know
So you've never been in a car with a woman and she told you to make a right or don't drive, you know, why didn't you turn into this stall and because it's closer to where we going, or you've never been in a car with a woman saying anything like that?
You know, I've never had a woman do that to me.
Really?
I had my partners talk mess more than a woman would. I mean, like, Daryl, you driving too. Why are you driving so close to that car? Like, women just sit back and they just relax.
Okay.
Because see, I'm a conversationalist. I'm gonna talk to you. If I can't talk to you, I don't want to be with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's never happened to you?
Nah, not with a woman.
Man, you been in the Clipper playing too long. That sounds delusional to me. I don't know my one man on this earth. That ain't never happened to you.
Nah, that never happened to me.
Okay. I guess
Mouse
not.
Commandment number 2: Thou shalt not ever hold your woman's purse while shopping.
No.
Daryl, do you hold women's purses, man?
What's wrong with that?
It's a lot wrong with it, man.
What?
I'm not standing holding nobody's purse, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you living in the caveman days, man. It ain't nothing wrong with holding your girl purse. You know?
Yeah.
Especially if she paying. Shoot.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't think that's
either,
cool.
man. I don't think
What? Because you holding that's my girl.
Yeah.
Man, that's the love of my life.
Yep.
Okay? So to hold her purse is an honor.
Not to me.
Baby, go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
She can still be the love of your life with you not holding her purse.
Man, come on, man.
Same thing.
So you with a girl and she say, baby, hold my purse, purse while I go to the bathroom. You won't do it?
I'd be like, you could just sit it right there.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow.
all I look at.
That's the macho man.
That's the main reason. One of the main reasons we have the show.
Yeah.
You call it the Mouse Show because in organizing you need to save Earth from everything.
I'm cool on that one, man. I ain't gonna agree. But see,
We can agree to disagree.
exactly. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that.
Mouse commandment number 3: Thou shalt not ever, and I mean ever, wear pink.
Let's see if Daryl wears pink.
Pink?
Yeah.
Bro, that's my favorite outfit. Bro, back in the days when I was a GM for the cell phone shop that fired me, I used to have this pink outfit, right? I used to have purple pants, a pink shirt, and a purple tie, right? Bro, my ex-wife now, when we moved, I seen it when we was moving. I was wondering why I couldn't find it, but it was in the bottom of a clothes hamper. It was in the bottom of the basket. That's why I couldn't. She said, I got tired of you wearing that.
See, there you go.
But pink don't make you look less macho though. People, pink is cool. You know, pink is for breast cancer.
Yeah, but that's just the color that they designated for Breast Cancer Month. But you don't have to wear pink, in my opinion, to
you don't
prove that you support it.
Exactly.
But I've never worn pink.
No.
Me either.
And I don't plan on to. I don't plan on to either.
Wow. So if you get a girl, right, and she got you a pink shirt,
I wouldn't wear it.
Pink, you would?
That's usually one of the first. The first conversations. One of the first conversations. The first day we talk, they'll know that for sure. Don't ever come to me with no pink, nothing pink.
I'll take the shirt out and just burn it. That's
That's crazy.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
That's crazy.
Mouse commandment number 4. Let's see where Darrell goes with this one. Thou shalt not ever wear skinny jeans or sag pants past your butt.
Nah, skinny jeans I'm too big for. I sag it. I can't stand. I got a belt. I can't sag.
You know how people be having pants that way past their butt, by their thighs and stuff.
Yeah, and then they wobble when they run and all that. I be like, bro, if you pick up your pants, man, you can run right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I never understood like sagging. Sagging was so stupid to me.
Yeah, I never understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they tie a bandana around they to hold it up, and I ain't holding up my pants.
No.
Exactly.
So you agree with that one?
I agree with you.
All right. Mouse commandment number 5. Thou shalt not ever, and I mean ever, say happy wife, happy life. What do you think, D?
Happy life. I mean, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
It's always like that, though. I mean, you know, even if you're not married, if your girl's happy, you're happy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
let me be a little more specific. Happy wife, happy life kind of means that, everything I got to do, I got to make you happy no matter what.
Oh, nah. I mean, you have to make each other happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how relationships work. It's a give and take.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a saying of my own, Darrell.
Huh?
I have a saying of my own. It's called plenty of loving makes a happy husband.
What do you think?
Plenty of loving makes a happy husband, man.
Man. I ain't gonna agree with that one.
Okay.
I mean, because sometimes women don't be wanting to do it, man. They be like, baby, I'm tired.
Yeah, they don't.
They work all day. Like when I was married, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But I can understand it though. I think it's the way they say it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my wife used to tell me. She said, not tonight, baby, please. And I knew she was tired.
Yeah.
But she said, no, leave me alone. Nah, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
So you never had a girl that just whenever you want it, you got it.
I mean, most of the time you get it, but sometimes they are tired though. Especially if they work. See, now if you don't work and I take care of you, nah. But if you work, you have a title to be tired.
Yeah.
I just tell mine if she's tired, just lay there. You'll be okay.
Oh, he just raping her now. He raping her now.
Yeah.
You cold. Just lay there. Okay, baby. Come on, man.
I mean, tell you the truth, most of the time when I think about a lot of the times that I've done it with somebody, that's all they did any damn way. And I did all the work.
Yeah. Be sweating. Man, love making is hard though, man. Yeah. I tell a woman now, I be like, man, I don't want to have sex right now. I want to get to know you first.
You say that?
Yeah, bro, I got too much to lose now.
Well, yeah.
So when I'm dating, I want to get to know the person because you can, because once you swap spit and you swap semens and all that, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
I want to get to know you first. I want to see if I like you, if I want to be around you, what type of person you are. If that might take 3 or 4 months for me.
I know before me and my woman was together, I was messing around with this girl. We was having sex, and I said, "By the way, what's your name?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Why did he just say that?
Well, I just want to if there's anybody out there, any females out there, I just want to let you know, I totally disagree with Darrell just said. So if you want to do it on the first night, I'll volunteer.
See, I don't want that though, man. I don't want the first night because I like it psychologically. I want to work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't just give it to me because my name is Clipper Darrell or because who I'm around.
Yeah.
That ain't cool to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now back in the days, oh shoot, man. Hey, I met this one girl, man. We had so much fun. I met her the night before, and we went to Magic Mountain the next day. We had so much fun together, and we had been sleeping together, and then we only lasted probably 2 or 3 weeks after that.
Dang.
But that was in my younger days.
Right.
I was only 21, 20, somewhere up in there.
That's what you do when you're 20, 21.
Yeah.
You do stuff like that. That's normal.
7 beer.
You already did 6, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mouse commandment number 7: Thou shalt not constantly text or call his woman to check in.
You're right. I didn't do 6.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Let's see what
keep
Darrell
going.
say about this one. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not ever wear fingernail polish, makeup, or women's underwear.
Hell no. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Baby, let me wear your bra today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that, right?
Nah.
Okay. What if
It depends though.
What if
If me and my wife was having some fun, we was role playing, I would do that. I mean, because
role playing?
yeah, having some fun at the house. People ain't got to know you ain't taking no pictures, you ain't putting it on social media. Now, if you got a wife that put it on social media, that's totally different.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't doing it now. Makeup and polish, hell no.
You might think they ain't gonna do it, but I seen Oscar De La Hoya.
Hey, I saw that. We all saw that.
Nah, I ain't doing no fingernail polish.
Nah, I can't get with that, man.
Nah, me either.
No,
I mean, I'm just
makeup,
saying.
no
See,
nothing.
it's like a woman could cuss you out at home, just you and her, and you be good. But when she cuss you out in front of your partners, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt uncomfortable with something I did or whatever, when we get home, you cuss me out, I'm good. But if you do it in public, it's going to be a whole different ballgame.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can agree with that one.
Yeah.
But I ain't wearing no bra. These bra though.
I mean, I'm not, now I'm just saying if you role playing, I mean, there's some people that role play though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ain't putting on. Now, my one of my partners, he put on his woman's underwear by mistake. And
How do you do that by mistake?
because the way his underwear is. Now, when I seen him, I seen it because he had some bikini stuff, right, that he put on because of his shorts or whatever. Because he's a model. He was a model. So when I seen the two underwears, I said, okay, that's a mistake. Okay, cool.
No.
But it was weird to me too. It was weird
I've
to me
never
too.
accidentally put on somebody's heels.
No, you can't put on
Or
shoes or none of that.
Nah.
I don't know about that one.
No.
Okay, now we're at Mouse Commandment number 7. Thou shalt not constantly text or call his woman to check in. What do you think about that?
You're supposed to.
Constantly?
Yeah, and you're supposed to. I mean, baby, I'm hang out with the boys tonight. I'll be home around about 9:30. That's respect.
Okay, that's one case, but do you need to say, like, okay, now we're leaving the bar. Now I'm at a red light. Now I'm stopped by the liquor store. Now I'm around the corner.
Nah, you
now
ain't
I'm at
gotta
the
do all
front
that,
door.
no.
Right.
Yeah, but you got it. It's called communication, man.
Yeah.
You want her to do the same thing because this is where people mess up in relationships, right? Worry about what their friends think. Worry about what you think, what you have with your girl at home. It's cool you hang out. Text her, baby, I'll be home in a little bit. Some people want to go home to their woman. Some people don't. Like, I was in a relationship, I didn't want to go home. I stayed out as long as I could. Because I didn't want to go home because I was in a bad relationship. But some people in a good relationship, they want to get home. Because our mutual friend, he told me this a long time ago, and I'll never forget it. He said, when I get home, I always could drop my shoulders as soon as I walk in my door. And that's the best relief you can ever have, man. To be able to drop your shoulders, man, because you home. Your girl grabs you, baby, come on in here, get some dinner. I got it all ready for you to eat. Go to the table, go wash your hands. That's what you want, man. But people, social media has screwed up a lot of relationships.
I agree with
Definitely.
Because what you see on social media ain't what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That dude that got that Bentley that you think that's rich, that's a rental.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all right now. I know this personally. I know this. I seen the rental agreements. I know the rent. I know the dudes. Don't ever base your relationship on social media. Base your relationship on who you got, how he treats you, and the respects he give you.
Yep. I can agree with that. But Mouse Commandment number 8, thou shalt not ever give a woman the password to your cell phone.
What do you think?
Why not?
I ain't doing that.
What you got to hide?
I ain't hiding nothing. But
If she's your girl, you've been together a while, and I'm talking about years. I ain't talking about 6 months.
Right.
Because I got numbers in my phone I don't want nobody to have. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be special to me because my numbers, I don't want you to, put them out. You already know the people, the numbers I have in my phone. So that can be either way, but I don't check her phone. Baby, here, hey, so-and-so, Ryan's calling you. Here's your phone. I'm not a jealous type of person. Now, if you give me a reason to be jealous, then I got to walk away from you.
Yeah.
See, I don't play the jealous game.
So you want her passwords and she'll have your passwords to the cell phones.
Yeah, if it came down to it, but I don't believe you have to do that. I believe a person I feel, you should have your privacy.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
That
point.
was going to be my question. My next question to you.
Yeah. You got to have privacy, man.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Because if she's my wife, it's still the same thing, because I don't know, because you could get mad, right? And I could tell you I'm with somebody else, and you call that number because you screenshotted it from my phone. Now you're calling. Now you're messing up business for me.
Yeah.
Because I tell you this this is what happened to me with my ex, right? She took a number down, and she called the lady, and she cussed her out, saying, "Why you talking to my husband?" She said, "Baby, me and your husband makes money together. You know, I got a man, right?" Till this day, she has never told me she called that number.
Wow.
But when she called that number, her dude was right next to her. So now when she told her, I was like, wow. But it's cool that her dude know me, so he was like, okay, cool. And she like called like about 11:30 at night, So I can see it. So, but you can't, man.
You gotta have a little bit of your own self. You can't.
A woman scorns. You don't never know what you're gonna do in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
That's why your passwords. That's why everything has to be passworded.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Now let's see if you agree with this one. Thou shalt not let a woman treat him like a child. Mouse commandment number 9.
No, you gotta talk to me. You gotta talk to me like you got some sense. Yeah, I'm not your child. You can't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
You can ask me for something. You can ask me, but don't ever treat me like a child. Nah. That's not gonna happen.
All right, Darrell, he's jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, he's on the reeling back in, huh?
I mean, that's just a respect, because you're not gonna treat her like a child.
No.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I tell you about before you sleeping with somebody. When you get to know them, you would know this in the first 6 months on how a person is. And most of the time you're gonna know in the first couple of months.
Yeah.
Especially if you spend time together. Like if a woman's interested in you, they're gonna call you. If a woman's not interested in you, they're not gonna call you.
Yep.
If you're doing all the calling, that means she don't care.
Yep.
Bottom line.
Sure.
Yeah.
And finally, man, we get down to mouse commandment number 10.
Number 10.
Ooh, I really want to hear what you got to say about this. Thou shalt not ever wife up a woman with a high body count.
I'm not asking. What you did in your past is your past.
Ooh.
What we build to this future is because we all got a past.
We do.
Okay? Think about it, man. I'm 58, man. I ain't, come on now.
Okay. Do you know who Tiana Trump is?
Tiana Trump?
Yeah. She's a porn girl, right?
Okay.
And she's about to wife up this soccer star. Now, this girl said she had sex with 80 plus dudes by the time she graduated high school.
Okay.
Is that the kind of girl you would want to be with?
It depends what our future is.
No,
What are what?
I'm cool.
What our future is. Because if you base yourself on the past all the time,
Right.
you're never going to be happy. How do you know that might be his destiny?
But what can you do with her that hasn't been done already? Don't you think that's part of the excitement of being with somebody, like doing things together where things are
Well, she
fresh
probably
to
never
do?
been in love. She probably thought. See, a lot of times, man, a lot of these young girls, man.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of situations, man. We're doing a lot of charity events and a lot of homeless stuff. A lot of people that didn't grow up with a father, didn't grow up with a mom, seen her mom do it.
Yep.
And that's what she think, how you please a man.
Yeah.
Like I only got one daughter. I tell my daughter, I talk to my daughter. If you seen the way I talk to my daughter, you'd be like, dang, I'm hard on her, because you have to ask questions.
Yeah.
Once you give your man your body, it's over with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's all you have to.
So,
Well, not
but
all,
she probably didn't know. So what she did in her when she was 20 and she's 30 now, I don't care about.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If your daughter did the same sort of thing, would you be okay with it?
I mean, I would have to live with it because it's not my body.
Yeah, but you'll be like, oh, well.
No, I would ask her why. But see, I wouldn't have waited till 80 because I know my daughter, because I talk to my daughter every day.
Yeah.
Every other day. So, if she got a new dude, like, it's the way I raised her.
Yeah.
So she's going to talk to me. She didn't listen to me when she was in her 20s. She didn't start listening to me till after about last 5 years.
Right.
Because if she would have listened to me before, see, I can peg a dude in 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I can peg you in 30 minutes. If you talking to my daughter, because I know to ask the right questions,
Right.
right? And once I say, no, this one ain't no good for you. This one ain't gonna last.
But do you think your daughter will listen? 'Cause you know how women are, man.
She didn't listen. She listens to me now.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
She listens to me now.
Like the bad boy.
Like now she has a good dude, right?
Right.
But her dude is 6 years younger.
Yeah.
She came. She said, "Dad, what you think?" I said, "You know what? What you think about him? You like him? I mean, how he acting around you?" She said, "He cool, you know." But I said, "Give him a chance." I said, "You would know in a month. You know, they've been together 10 months now." Mm-hmm. He opens the car door for her. He you know, chivalry's not dead. He buys flowers just because. And when he buys flowers for her, he buys it for my granddaughter too. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
So if that dude had 80-some girls by the time he graduated, you wouldn't care?
Nah, for what? Because it's in the past. See, if you had 80 people while we together,
right,
I'm gone. But what she did in her past, man, you don't know how many people you meet a woman, how many they had in the past. I'm not asking your body count. I don't care about your body count. It doesn't bother me. Now, if you want me to go take an AIDS test and all that type of stuff, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with that. And we gonna be together, let's do it.
But what about that thing, Barry, with when the girl see me, a guy see me up in the
right? Did you hear about that, Darrell?
What?
Where a man's, his semen stays in a woman for like 20 years. Yeah, have you heard that? Scientifically, it's been proven.
Man, I don't know where y'all getting y'all facts from.
No, it's scientifically proven. That's
so,
real.
hey, if
That's
a woman douches, it's coming out.
They found it in the brain, in her bloodstream, all over her body. When she has sex with the man, and he ejaculates in her, they found it like 10, 20 years later all over her body. That's scientifically proven. Oh. So if she has a high body count, there's no telling what's running around.
Exactly.
They even think that it's a possibility that when a child is born and it doesn't look nothing like the father, it might look like somebody who she might have been with years before.
That baby look like Jay.
But you never been married. No. What happens to your body count, right? So if a woman tell you, hey, that's too high for me, I can't date you.
It's 4.8 billion women on this planet. Exactly. All I need is one.
But all I'm saying, but that could be. See, I'm not gonna worry about your past because I didn't know you in the past. Now if you was my girl in the past, and then your body count went up, that'd be a little bit different. But see, it's only one woman in my life that I could go back to, and she know who she is. I was.
She available?
No, she's not available now. But I was 21. She was 33 years old, and I'll never forget her. She know who she is. Evelyn Brown. She know her. That's the only woman that I would ever take back. Like once I'm through, once I walk away from you, I'm done. But that particular woman, the only reason we broke up was the age difference, because her friends used to tease her. All her sisters and them used to tease her. And I seen her 10 years later, and she said, I should have never left you.
Wow. She wasn't married at the time, and you were?
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, what if you was with a girl and you said, oh, you know what, I want you to do something to me. She said, oh, yeah, my ex used to love that. Would you get mad?
See, that's when the maturity, that's when you got to get the maturity. Because if a woman says that to me, I mean, she don't care. Because I would never say, oh, man, I used to do this with my ex-girlfriend. Come on. You don't say that. Mm-hmm.
No, you should.
Especially when you're intimate. Now, it's certain things that, that a person will say to you that your ex did, and it bothers you. Mm-hmm. So you tell her. You say, you know what? My ex used to say that to me, and it really pisses me off. It really makes me upset. And you let her know.
Yeah.
Because you can't get mad at something that she doesn't know. Now, after you tell her and she does it again, that's different. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, what people don't do, people don't get to know each other anymore. People just want the cookie and the milk, and that's it. What happened to the relationship?
Yeah.
It ain't all of it, because sex is one part of it. But dang, if you can't be around the person, if you can't take the person out with you and we can hang out with friends and stuff like that, what's the use of being with her? Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
I can't be with nobody that I can't take around my partners. Because first I'm gonna take you around my close partners. Now you want to go around my famous people. I got to make sure you're right.
And see, that's my point.
Yep.
A person with 80 high body count might just go ahead and do a little fooling around with people you know.
But a person that got number 4, a 2 body count could do the same
They
thing.
can do the same thing, but I would rather it not happen and take the chance with an 80 body count person.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever really talked to a porn star?
No.
A lot of them but the ones I've talked to, they told me, they said straight out, they said it's a job. They don't have no feelings. They said they cut it off. Like, all y'all hear that moaning and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's acting.
That's acting.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he's penetrating and everything. Excuse the expression because we have a young lady in here and I don't want to disrespect. But at the end of the day, it's all acting. It's no feelings. And I said, you can actually do that without feelings? She said, Darrell, look at my check. I said, okay, now it makes sense. So when you think about it, you be like, okay. There's a lot of them. You know, one of my close partners dated a porn star. You know? And that's that to each his own. I can't say who you gonna fall in love with, who your heart. You know, your heart don't lie to you. Your heart will lie to you. Your gut won't.
Right.
Your gut will never lie to you. It's your heart. But
So
you gonna
Barry, could you do it? Date a porn star?
No.
now nah. I got too much to lose.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
So, why wouldn't you date a porn star? Though? Because you think they'll try to get you for something?
Nah. It's just that I need a person around me now that has a good reputation,
Yeah.
respect.
That's the point.
Because when you sponsor it and you do commercials and you deal with corporate America, you gotta have a good people on your arm, man, because they don't want to be in your scandals. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Clipper Darrell painting the porn star. You know, Stormy from so and so. You know, come on. You know, now I don't know what might happen in my future. I don't know, but right now I can tell you no. But 2 years from now, I don't know. I can't say. I mean, they're not bad people. You know, they just got a job. I mean, because everybody in this room looked at a porn movie before. Okay, so it ain't like we ain't looking at them.
Yeah.
So now, how many of you looked at it? You said, "Damn, I can take her out." We all looked at it. So
I said I'd knock it down, but I said she could never be my woman though.
Yeah.
But see, that's where you get wrong at, because once you start being intimate with a woman, his feelings gonna come in. I don't care who you are. You can't turn off feelings. You can't You can't. You can't.
Some of us can, Darrell.
I don't know about that one, man. If that.
Oh, y'all some dogs, then. Y'all just y'all just some dogs, then.
I don't know about
You
that.
can't turn off feelings, man. Cause I'm not me. Like now, I don't date to date. Take you out just to take you out. Right. I'm bored. I'm trying to get to know you first. I got to have a conversation with you about 2 weeks on the phone and see. If we got a text, I know you ain't the woman for me. If all you do is text, I'm good. If you can't pick up a phone and dial it, okay, cool. I can't text you because you can't text feelings. You know, you can't text understanding. You can't text politeness. You can't text respect. You know, you can't text character. And that's what I need to know.
Yep. And to me, a woman with a high body count ain't got good character.
Yeah.
Okay, what about a dude with a high body count?
The women can look at him the same way too, if she wants to. You know, but I know like a lot. You was talking about your daughter earlier. Like most women, I bet you with a father in their life and a man that's really there for them ain't gonna have no body count like that. No crazy body count.
But even though their past is their past, and we have to look beyond the past. I mean, okay, is there anything in your life that you've done in your past that you regret?
Yep.
Okay, then.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. So if a woman holds you to that, right?
Yep.
Is that right?
It don't matter. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at the body count.
Not just the body count. I'm saying like if she looked at me and said, "Oh, you did A, B, and C," and she didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm moving on.
Yep.
If you ain't accepting it, then oh well.
Wow.
I'm gone.
Even though you like her?
Yep, it don't matter.
No.
I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all different.
Yeah.
Y'all different.
That way, yeah.
Yeah, I see why y'all brothers.
Hey, but Darrell, we like to say, man, we appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thanks a
for coming
lot,
on the show,
man.
We
Thank
have
you.
fun, man.
Hey, man, Hey, these 10 questions, man, y'all need to leave them 10 questions alone, man.
You think everybody agree with all the 10 commandments from the Bible? Everybody don't agree with those.
No, they don't.
These are our commandments.
That's right.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
But y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Because,
We're misunderstood.
no. 'Cause, hey, y'all next guest in that Lakers shirt, is he y'all gonna ask him these same questions?
Yep.
Oh,
And he has a friend with him too.
man, hey, I am scared. I think I might stay for this one now. Excuse me.
That's all right.
Man, I think I might stay for this one because, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do it every show, man.
Every show.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you, man. So
I
much.
appreciate being here, man. I had a good time, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Now, if you want to be a man again, come and join Mouse.
Yes.